Hey everyone, welcome back to Farming Simulator 22. We are back on OFF, as we call it in the biz. The old family farm, Throwback Thursday. Oh my goodness, it seems like we were just here not long ago. I was touting the wonders of this beautiful mower. That's right, I use the word touting. Is she laying eggs on the ground? What are you doing there, girl? Well, don't. Oh, come on, really? Yeah, these chickens don't move, man. Well, they move, but that one's running for the hills. That thing is like, nope, I'm out of here. Hope everybody's doing well. Glad to see you back here in the old family farm. I tell you what, I miss this when I'm not playing it. Sweet old game, no doubt. One of the cooler maps in Farming Simulator, if I may be so bold to throw that statement out there. This and the fact that I can't reverse, this and Hagenstedt, for me, are standouts. And mostly because Hagenstedt is, actually for both of them, it's mostly because it's just, you know, two maps that I just put so many hours into and love them dearly. Alright, let's drop you off. So, we did a bunch of grass mowing. Or if you're a fan of 82 Studios, we did a bunch of grass mowing last time that we were here. Respect to David over there at 82 Studios, no doubt. Makes some amazing mods. And, oh boy, Siri apparently, oh, I said the S word. Yeah, I don't know why she thought I was talking to her, but she did. We did a bunch of grass mowing. And we need to be able to pick this grass up. And we need to get it into that bunker where that chicken has been for a while. Actually, that chicken just teleported through the cement. We need to get this grass picked up. Now, here's the thing. I think, how much money do we have? 354. I went to the store last time. When we left last time, if you stayed to the end, if you were that brave, I actually made it to the store and paid off our mower, so we don't owe anything for the mower. Now, while I was there, okay. While I was there, ooh, what's yeah. While I was there, I happened across this little piece of machinery over here I'm going to show you, and struck up a little bit of a deal. Unless he sold it already, because I don't see it. He better not have sold it out from underneath me. Oh no, there it is. And I wish I had a hitch on my bike, because that would be amazing to be able to take this home right now. But I did make a deal to pick up this little bad boy right here, this windrower, because we have to be able to windrow that grass. I think we do. I don't think it's an option for us to painfully go around without windrows. I mean, we could, but then I started thinking, well, how are we going to pick up the windrows? And to be honest with you, I haven't really come up with anything particularly good for that yet. I've got a couple ideas, but they're not really American ideas. Oh, sorry, girl. And then I did find a John Deere Forest here. I'll show you guys what I've been looking at, but I don't know. At the end of the day, maybe I actually have to turn this bike off. I have to remember to turn the bike off. At the end of the day, maybe it doesn't matter that much, you know, a great deal. But this thing here would be so good. Would be so nice for what we're going to be doing. But look at the price on it, and it's it's Fortrit. It's so not Old Family Farm, really, right? Unless you're an Old Family Farm in Europe, I guess. I don't even know. Is Fortrit? I'm not really sure. Is it Dutch or something like that? But I do really like it. I mean, look at it. It's well modeled. It's been around so many versions of the game. Um, yeah, I know. I really do kind of dig it. And we would definitely be able to pick up grass with this bad boy. Oh, it's even got a little header trailer. But then I thought, okay, so oh, this is potatoes and sugar beets. Yeah, see, this is another thing I really like. But again, Fortrit, not really in keeping with um I don't know what the time period on this thing would be. Kind of wonder. Maybe 70s, you think? Maybe older? What did I come up though with that might work? So a John Deere, this thing, but it's it'll definitely pick up the windrows. It's kind of nice though. Almost feels too nice for the farm. It's also 130 horsepower. So I'm not too certain about what is this? What's going on here? Is this potatoes? Potatoes and sugar beets. Darn it, I wish that was. Um, but maybe we don't have to worry about that so much this episode. We can get the windrowing done. How much is that? 28,900. We'd have to strike a deal. Maybe get rid of some of these chickens. Maybe we can sell off some of our chickens and maybe get a deal there. I don't know. Do we have a tractor that can pull it? Owned items 30, 62, 49. Are you kidding me? The John Deere is only 62 horsepower? For real? Man, I thought that thing had a lot more guts. Well, that's going to be our problem right there then. All right, I'm going to have to do some more investigating because clearly that's just not going to happen. Let's drop off our baler. We're not going to bale grass, at least not right now. The goal, I was trying to hit the horn, but I was hitting the map. The goal right now, I was just checking to see if any of the chickens were chasing after us. The goal right now, I guess, is to get that stuff windrowed, and we got to get it in the bunker so we can get it fermenting. We got to make some money. I want to make some money because it's going to cost us money to get these fields seeded that we have cultivated. And yeah, and it's just, one's going to trickle into the other, which is good news because once we get the field seeded, then we've got a harvest. Then we've got more straw bales. And, we're going to start looking a little bit better. But I'll be back to pay for this thing. He actually gave me a really good deal on it. Less than the mower. It's only 75 bucks. So 75 bucks, and I think his pick of the chickens, a couple chickens. I don't know, man. I don't know if I wanted to give up any of the chickens. As long as he just takes the ones that don't lay eggs. We've got a couple chickens that are kind of weird, and they're completely capable of laying eggs. I've told them multiple times they're completely capable of laying eggs. They refuse to. They have actually threatened lawsuit against me if I continue to harass them about collecting eggs. So yeah, I don't say anything anymore to them. All right, so I have honestly no idea how this baby. Well, I'm assuming you got to go forward. Let's get right up into these shrubs because I know Oh, this thing does kind of have a decent speed to it, though. Okay, I can make this work. actually, I think. Well, somebody who knows what they're doing could probably make this work. I can probably get it good enough. Let's put it that way. Let's clear off this area here. Sorry about the bad camera work there. This thing's kicking up the dust. Holy cow. I don't even have the Dusty Lands mod installed. I should definitely do that if we're going to use this bad boy. Can you imagine the plumage of dust we can get if we add the Dusty Lands mod to this? Now, this would be cool if this thing would turn for us, but it doesn't, does it? No, it can't. It doesn't turn. No, there's no rotate. I'm sorry, kind of rotate, you know what I'm saying? Like a plow. That'd be pretty sweet. But evidently I am living a pipe dream. So, I'm just trying to overthink this. So if I drive with my left wheel just on that part of the windrow, that's actually not bad, except I'm missing all of that. We're going to do a straight cut through here. So, because that whole thing's going to throw me off if I continue to try to make that corner. Massey is being pretty sassy. Boy, I failed on that one. I was gonna try and be, you know, kind of fun on that one, but it came off pretty bad. Let me get this away from here a little bit more. Actually, I'll tell you though, for the price of this bad boy, I think it's gonna work out pretty well for us. I think there's a good chance if we can come up with a good solution for getting this grass into the bunker silos, I think we'll be in business. I think we're gonna start seeing some cash. Some good old cash. Speaking of cash, I saw, because it had been a while since I watched it, my cousin Vinny again, and man, that Joe Pesci is absolutely brilliant in that movie. Absolutely brilliant. So is Marissa Tomei. She's, I mean, every time I watch it, I'm just so surprised that that's her, because she is such a good actress in that movie. But it's hilarious. I have to believe everybody that is watching this. I just don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, if I do this, it's just gonna make another. Do I do this? Maybe let's try something here. What if I do this? Man, that thing cut. What word am I looking for? Stirs up the up the dirt, man. Giddy up. I like it. But yeah, my cousin Busy, hilarious, hilarious. There are some scenes in that movie that have me rolling, no doubt, man. And I thought of him because, you know, I saw him on something recently that that made me watch My Cousin Vinny again, and I forget. Oh, I know what it was. He was playing guitar and singing on stage. Who was that with? I can't remember. It was on YouTube. I just stumbled across it. It was like Joe Pesci and such, kind of singing a kind of a classic song. I forget what it was though. But anyways, instantly made me go, yep, I gotta watch My Cousin Vinny again. too many good scenes and too many good scenes in that movie. If I don't come up with a game plan on how to do this, I'm going to be spinning my wheels here quite a bit. I guess, you know, I came into it with a lot of confidence, and now I'm kind of thinking, I guess I've never used a windrower that's kind of one of these one-directional jobbers. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you start... Maybe you start on one end. Do you do it kind of hockey rink style, maybe? Like a Zamboni thing? Would that work better? I'm happy if we just get it somewhat, you know, somewhat clumped together, just so I don't have to run around the field with what is probably ultimately going to be a 2 meter pickup header to pick up grass. That would just take forever. But you know, we can be old school, but we can be what word am I looking for? The lean, the corporate lean. Oh, I see. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. It's a bad move. Let's see if I can just scooch this over like that, maybe. Then I got on some weird Chernobyl kick today. I don't know what that was all about. I think that's a pretty good windrow right there. I mean, it's a little bit shaky. It looks like maybe I was hitting the moonshine a tad, but it's pretty thick. I think we're going to get a decent amount of grass out of this bad boy, which would be really nice, because the more silage, the better. But I got in some weird Chernobyl kick today, and I think it was because somebody said something about an elephant's foot. And I remembered that's what they call, you know, the big molten lava. Is it chrome? Oh, what kind of material? Not chromium. That's a web browser based thing, but something like chromium or something. It's some weird deal. But they were showing pictures of this elephant's foot, and it's just creepy. I mean, creepy looking, and if I'm not mistaken, didn't one of the poor workers there get buried, and is still buried inside Chernobyl somewhere inside that whole mess? They never could recover his body. Why am I? Yeah, this is some morbid talk. We should be talking something a little bit lighter than. But anyways, just the mess that made, and it's amazing to me how long, you know, how many hundreds of years, if probably thousands of years, we are going to be as a society is we're going to have to deal with it. You know, we're going to have to make sure that giant sarcophagus thing that they that cement tomb that they built, you know, stays good and doesn't get leaks, it doesn't collapse, and they're probably going to have to, you know, I mean, there's people constantly working there repairing all that stuff. And that was a good series. I don't know if you caught it on HBO, but top-notch series, I thought. Very, very good. And speaking of HBO series, I don't know if any of you are Game of Thrones fans, or as we insiders like to call it, GOT. But I'll tell you, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this House of the Dragon stuff. Now, I like it. Don't get me wrong. But I get freaked out with all these oh, hi puppers. I get freaked out with all these character changes. These when they jump time, right? So they're like jumping time all the time. And I guess that'll do. I don't know. It's not what I had pictured in my mind, but it's like we have a bowling alley there. I don't know what's on the side there. I guess it'll work. Let's go around here and let's clean up this edge and start scooching it in. But they jump ahead like 10 years all the time, or 20 or 30 years, and it's kind of weird, you know, because I think they do a decent job of finding actors and actresses that kind of look alike, but there's something about facial recognition that we have embedded into us, and just our genetic, or whatever you want to call it, abilities as humans, that you don't get fooled easily by that stuff, you know, and you know that, I mean, they're not trying to fool you into thinking that it's the same person playing the part, but something just doesn't seem right. Like, you look at the person and you say, yeah, that's not them older. That's just a different person playing that part. And I think that's kind of where I get a little bit turned around on. But otherwise, it's, I don't know. I was such a massive Game of Thrones fan that I'll pretty much take any content they throw at me, you know. Game of Thrones superheroes, you know, start coming out with some action comics. Have John's, you know, have Cyborg Jon Snow maybe, or I don't know. You can get goofy with it, I guess, is what I'm saying, and I'll probably put up with it. You know, if I'm being honest, I'll put up with it. I'm gonna try something here and just see if maybe if we just kind of do the roundabout. Now, here's the thing with this, I guess, though, is I'm gonna end up, if I really do continue this path, with win rows that are excessively high. And that actually reminds me of something. I seem to remember, and I don't know if it was FS15 or FS17 or what it was, but somebody, one of the wonderful YouTubers we have out there, I don't actually think he's still making videos. I think his name was Rob. I think. I could be wrong about this, because he did a video, and I still have it in my favorites, where he took like 100 wagons and hooked them up end to end. I mean, this thing was half a map long, right? And at the front of it, he was pulling it with a big case IH Steiger. Classic YouTube video. One of the classic farming simulator awesome videos of all time. Anyways, I think he, or one of the YouTubers, made a video one time. And what they were attempting to do was to find out, you know, thickness, or how big of a windrow could you make. And what they discovered was the game would let you pile it on and pile it on, but you would lose volume into the ether. Your grass would disappear. So at some point when you reached max delta on windrows, the game wouldn't let you, the game wouldn't let you, sorry, that was kind of abrupt. The game would not let you, I gotta get away from this telephone pole too, that's gonna be a pain when we go to pick this stuff up. But yeah, the game wouldn't let you continue to make bigger windrows. That was it. You're done. I'm thinking this through. I know. I'm kind of trying to come up with a little bit of a game plan. I'm thinking I want to get. Let's try this here. Just wasting gas, man. Wasting gas. Kind of got the old. Let's see here. So I'm kind of thinking if we can scooch it. Like that. I don't know if it'll let me push it. Swing my butt around there. Oh, I don't know what happened to. It kind of seems like we might have lost some grass there. I don't know. But yeah, that's what he came up with, and so that kind of makes me a little nervous if I get too cute with this and try to make, you know, 1 or 2 massive windrows. We aren't going to, we're going to lose some grass. Hey, puppers. Yeah, he's sniffing it. He knows what's going on. Probably hungry. He probably ate one of the chickens this morning. Oh, yeah. I like this windrower, though. I'm starting to like it. I wish it kind of was the V pattern. I'm not going to lie to you, because I think for me at least, that would kind of be a little bit easier. But I'm actually really liking the style of this bad boy. I like the dust it's kicking up, too. Pretty sweet. I'm going to try and... So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to try and... I guess we're doing all right. We'll make it work. So, yeah, it was just kind of weird. I was kind of surprised about that, but I kind of wasn't, you know, because, I mean, there's got to be limits to what the game can do, I guess. But it was kind of too bad, you know, that you couldn't rack up the windrow and make one giant one. Because, yeah, he just kept pushing and pushing the pile, the windrow of grass to one side. Get out the way there, Chief. Yeah, you're smarter than the chickens. A little bit. Somehow or other, I picked up this windrow, so I'm just going to go with it. But, it's kind of a shame. Kind of a shame. So hopefully I'm not doing that. Hopefully I'm not losing some of our volume here by... I don't think so. I don't think I'm making too big of windrows here. But, in fact, I think we're looking pretty good. It would have been easier if I would have kept it a little close or a little straighter. I really haven't done a very good job of that. Maybe hit the lights a little bit here so we can see in the shadows a bit better. But I'll take that. I mean, we'll be able to, at least we can make it work with a, with picking up, you know. We can get a wagon in here to pick it up or something. And maybe that's what I need to do, is try to find like an old school forage wagon maybe, or something like that. I don't want to grab that windrow necessarily. I kind of want to start a new one. But I'm still, man, that thing stretches out further than you'd expect. The old windrow kind of has a wider grab to it than I would think. Yeah, see that? It's kind of picking that one up there too, but all right. We'll about wrap this field up. Maybe I can find. I was looking at the. I was looking for like an old school, something simple that would just have a, you know, kind of a more mechanical design to it. That would throw the grass just into the wagon we have, so we wouldn't have to invest necessarily into any kind of different wagon or anything. I don't know. I'm gonna assume the wagon we have. What's going on here? There we go. Somehow I deselected our windrow. I'm gonna assume our wagon is kind of multi-fruit that way, and will take grass. Hopefully, make our lives a little bit easier. I mean, it should, right? I mean, you should be able to throw grass into just about any kind of trailer you want, as long as it's got sides to it pretty much that'll hold the grass in. Coming through. It'll be interesting to see how much we actually do get volume-wise from that field, because we didn't do any, you know, any particular prep work or anything like that to it for fertilizing or anything. So it'll be kind of interesting to see what we do get. I think this stuff here, I think we're just going to get the old "you don't own this property" message. Yeah. I don't think it's going to let us scooch any of that. Maybe if I get a little closer to it. I don't think so, though. I think it's just going to stay mad at us. Yeah, all right. Let's go check this out over here. Didn't we mow some? Yeah, we got a little bit of mowing. Those windrows they look pretty substantial, though. I think we'll get quite a bit of grass out of those. Or hopefully, the more silage we can make, the more moolah we can bring in. Maybe Mama can get that new butter churn or sewing machine. That's just so old school, man. I still remember, oh man, I still remember my dad buying my mom a vacuum cleaner one year. I don't think it was for Christmas. I think it might have actually been a birthday. And it was a Filter Queen, one of the old canister vacuum cleaners. And if I'm being fair and honest about it, I mean, I think he probably did spend some good cash on it, because it was, you know, it was a good vacuum cleaner. And I gotta tell you, my mom, yeah, she was all about it. She was into it. Like, there was no, you know, there was no, you bought me this for my birthday? Are you kidding me? You know, that kind of thing. No. She was like getting at it, vacuuming the house with it. I mean, I don't know if that's sad or or a good thing. I don't know. I guess, you know, I mean, I guess if that made her happy, it made her happy. I honestly, and I don't remember what we had before that, like what what she was. I mean, I don't think it was one of those push broom things. I think she had at least a decent vacuum cleaner, but I don't know. I always feel like if you buy somebody a present and all that it's really good for is to make their work easier, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. But then I think there's a lot of men and women out there that would love to get like a new, you know, DeWalt or Ryobi, or not Ryobi probably, but you know, a new DeWalt or Milwaukee or some kind of a new table saw or, you know, drill or something. So I, you know, to each their own on what they, you know, and what they like, you know, and what they, you know, I guess I just think of like, you always see on TV how they're like, hey honey, you know, enjoy your new washing machine, you know, happy anniversary. And that always seems like, really, like, but if the washing machine you had sucked and this really is going to make an impactful difference in her life or his life. I mean, there's a lot of dudes that stay home now too, and maybe that's a good thing. You know, maybe getting a new washing machine. I'll tell you what. If somebody dropped off a new dishwasher, oh yeah, you're gonna see a smiling Brad, that's for sure. Because that is one chore I do not like. Well, I don't like any chores necessarily, but washing dishes is not my thing. All right, so where are we at here? So we've got, let's just do, yeah, okay, I see you over there. I see you over there. Let's clean this one up just a little bit. And I think we can call it good. And then we're just going to have to make plans for how to get this stuff into the bunker silos. I mean, at the end of the day, I guess if you had to, you could use forks, you know, those hay forks or silage forks, you know? But that would take forever because those things only usually hold like 5,000 liters, you know, don't they? I mean, they don't hold much, I don't think. And that would not be fun. 710 liters on that thing. Yeah, that's not good. I was thinking about the bigger ones, not that style, but you know what I'm talking about, the ones that are like this but have a lot more prongs on them. 1760, but you know, we're talking about wheel loaders and front loaders, like this kind of a deal here. That's 8,000 liters, but we certainly don't have anything that can run that, and it would still take forever. So I'm gonna have to do some investigatory work on this. How many horsepower do you pick up there, buddy? 60 horsepower. You're 95. We could actually pull that and make that work. But it's not really stylistically what I had in mind, so maybe I can find something like this just a little bit older, you know? Something that's got a little more character and age to it. It's kind of my thinking. But yeah, I think once we can get that grass picked up and bunkered up, I think we can, you know, start applying some effort into our fields and getting those planted and stuff. I just don't want to hire hired help because it's so expensive. It's just, I can't believe how much it costs to have somebody, you know, you would think people would want to work on the cheap. This is the Dust Bowl. This is, you know, this is Old Town. This is like people are eating leather. I don't know. I don't know why I even said that. Who would eat leather? All right. kill this. Actually, let's drop that. Looks like our wagon has stayed put, which is kind of nice. I know that thing has had a tendency to float. You know, if we got a little desperate on cash, nah, we better not. I actually forgot about that we had these. So I need to remember that because I was going to plan on grabbing seed from over here because I think we have seeds and fertilizer, if I'm not mistaken, or it's the other way around. I always forget which one is which. But, yeah. Well, all right, everyone. I think that is going to do it. It went quick, but I had a lot of fun. But I think that's it for this episode of the Old Family Farm. What's this little guy doing? What you doing, buddy? You eat? Oh, man, if I seeded this and you were eating those, you and I would, you and I would have a talk. And by talk, I mean a turducken talk. No lie there. Actually, that's not a turkey or a duck. Nah, we wouldn't. Yeah, we couldn't do that then. Sorry. It's a bad threat. You're good. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining me here on Old Family Farm. I really do appreciate it once again. And we'll be back next Thursday for some more fast thrills and farming simulator chills. I don't know. It's late. I'm tired, and I'm going to start acting even weirder. So thanks everyone for joining me. I really do appreciate it. You all take care of yourselves. Make sure you take care of each other. And yes, I will try to come up with a solution to our grass pickup stuff. Otherwise, we're just going to throw out the old potting area and get it done. So thanks everyone. Take care of yourselves. I'll talk to you soon.